I'd like to be able to say I chose payroll, but I didn't. I was made redundant from my previous job, and there happened to be a job going in the building next door, which worked out quite nicely for me. Joined them at a junior level, having no previous payroll experience, working my way up from an entry level and into management in the managed services, processing outsourced payrolls. Did some time working on payroll, sometimes working on pension administration. MHR sponsored my CIPP foundation degree in payroll management as well, which I achieved in the first few years working there, which obviously was a great help up the ladder on the payroll there. And more recently, I am a legislation manager in our product department, where I'm responsible for making sure all our products are compliant with the latest payroll legislation. Most recently, obviously, chartered member. There's a lot of kind of aspects to CRKP membership that benefits the payroll professional. During my time on the front line processing payrolls, having access to the support and knowledge from CIPP, being able to ask those questions. Nobody knows everything, so being able to access those experts and, you know, run the more kind of less common scenarios past them for advice, point to, you know, very quickly find the specific bit of legislation. Working in outsourced payroll, customers are paying for us to be their experts, but quite often they're not happy to take your word on things, so you do kind of need to give them the letter of what's being said. So support in finding that particular bit of legislation is always helpful. As my career's developed, I've been able to get involved with things like calls for evidence and think tanks and things like that. So being able to contribute to the voice in payroll in you know, the wider business world, which is something CIPP obviously push quite heavily, giving payroll a bigger voice in kind of C-suite levels and a bit more recognition beyond kind of just pushing buttons, which is probably still the stereotype that's quite common for people outside of the industry. It seemed a logical step for me, as I didn't choose payroll. It was a career I fell into, but it's one that I've certainly developed a passion for, and want to continue progressing in that area, having done the foundation degree and becoming a member of CIPP. Through my career in payroll, I've worked in various different areas, been involved in different projects, and had quite a lot of experience, and it felt like it was something kind of relevant to me, and wanted to kind of echo my voice a little bit more, which chartered membership was the logical next step to do that. It was quite straightforward. The simple answer is it's downloading the guide, and I think of it much like an interview. Really, you've got questions, or an exam even, you've got questions. As long as your answer kind of covers the points you need to do, it's all quite clear there in the guidance. It did take me quite a bit of time to get through it. I tend to be quite particular about how I word things, so it went through quite a few revisions. So that was kind of more me being kind of very particular over how I submitted my application. But yeah, it was all fairly painless, and again, like an interview, you've got the skills, you've got the achievements. It's just thinking about those and demonstrating how you've kind of met those criteria and how you've influenced payroll throughout your career.